All right, welcome back, everybody. We are ready for our processing finally with Reconstruction. And so I'm going to go over the directions and I'm going to show you an example and maybe a template that you can use to work with. Okay, so these directions are actually on your notes, on your Reconstruction notes from week 10. If you go to that very last page, I did move some things around, but I didn't change anything. Okay, so it is the same thing. So, since we're talking about reconstruction, we're going to use the metaphor of a road. And so, on a separate sheet of paper, you're going to create an illustration of a road that shows the important events of Reconstruction and their impact on African Americans' journey toward full citizenship. So, you'll have two options. You can either do this on paper, and I will have some paper, and I've kind of got some bigger paper, or you're going to do it on Google Slides, and I've got some slides that are already set up and ready for you to go if you choose to use them. Or I'm open to ideas. If you want to use Cami and work that way, that's fine too. The most important thing you want to remember is that you need to make sure you put it on the assignment, so that you get the paper handed in, that you get the Google Slides. Well, they'll already be attached to the assignment. Anything else you do, that you attach it to the assignment. Okay, so you're going to start with a caption that summarizes to what extent Reconstruction brought African Americans closer to full citizenship. So on the Pear Deck, on section 5, which we talked about today, Monday, and I asked you that particular question at the very last. And a lot of you wrote great opening sentences, and those would be perfect captions, okay? And so that's what I'm looking for, is that you either take a stance, yes or no, and that you tell me why. Some of you used analogies, some of you had examples, some of you had metaphors. All of you just really gathered your thoughts in one place, and that's what I want you to do, okay? So we wrote about it on Monday in a Pear Deck, and those were that's an example of captions when I say captions, okay? Which is basically you just answering the question. Now, your road should show the progress and setbacks that African Americans experienced in their struggle for full citizenship during Reconstruction. And so just like a road has hills, twists, and turns, away from full citizenship might show setbacks, straight paths and bridges might show progress, okay? So you're going to include symbols, pictures, labels for at least 2 events from each section. So we did sections 2 through 7 in your notes. And so each section you want to pull either 1 setback and 1 progress, or 2 progresses and 2 setbacks per section, okay? You can have stop signs, potholes, roadblocks, might show events that prevented progress. High speed limit signs or freeway signs might show events that helped African Americans achieve their goals, okay? And colorful and free of spelling errors, so make sure you're using good grammar. So this is what I'm going to go ahead and attach. And let me start here. Attached to the assignment, and make a copy for everybody. If you're using paper though, you do not need to use this. I just thought this would be a nice way to have everybody get started, and I think it'll be pretty easy to work with. So right here is where you're going to put your caption or answer your essential question: did they gain full citizenship? So African Americans were able to gain some aspects of and that's just an example of where you would go. This is where you're going to write your caption. And section 2, I already went ahead and did this one for you. So black codes are the setbacks. And I said that black codes were like mountains blocking the roads. Black people were punished for not working, but they were allowed to work low-skilled jobs. So I have a comparison here of why I chose mountains. And so I'm not just copying and pasting. You are not just copying and pasting from your notes if you want to get a good grade, okay? You need to tell me what's going on and why you chose that. And then this is a green light, and it said Freedmen's Bureau was a smooth road to progress. It helped freedmen and women with health care, working conditions, and getting an education. So yeah, some of that is from your notes. But I've also shown that I understand what the Freedmen's Bureau is, and because it is a lot line to progress, and then how it was. And so that's what I'm asking you to do. I'm not asking you to copy and paste. I'm asking you to choose your metaphor with the road and then go ahead and choose your road sign and tell me about it. Okay, so there's two. One, two. Okay, you need that. This is an aspect. Black codes is an aspect or an event. Freedmen's Bureau is another one. My caption, I only need on one slide. Okay, one caption at the beginning. Tell me what you think. Done. Okay, now here is section 3, section 4, section 5, and then 6 and 7 is combined. Okay, now if you're using paper, you'll have one big piece of paper and you'll have one big road, or you can have a lot of little roads. However you want to do it on the paper is fine. Ultimately, though, you're going to have two, because even if you use paper, go ahead and use my 2 examples. Okay, so you need 2, 4, 6, 8 of these aspects, 8 events. Okay, 8 aspects. Aspects and events are the same thing, and it can be any way you choose to put it. So 6 progress, 2 setbacks. 2 setbacks, 6 progress. However you want to show it, that is up to you. Okay, sometimes you can only show setbacks and progress because this section is devoted to that. Now, what you need to know with these is everything is clicked on here. I did not leave anything or put anything on a master slide. So you can use copy and paste new text boxes, and then you can delete this information and put in your own information. Okay, real quick over here, insert, you go to image, don't forget, search the web. Now, there's lots of things with the road sign. And so what I find is easiest is oh boy, clip art. Right there. Whew, not sip art. Okay, let's do this again. Clip art. Okay, because it's easy to make smaller or bigger, and it works everywhere. So there's lots of different signs there that you can use, or get creative. I mean, sometimes you come across and there's a deer running across the road, and that would definitely be a setback. Okay, or a police car in the middle of a road, that would be a setback as well, or things like that. Okay, so clip art is a good one to start with if you don't know, and then you're free to go ahead and change the road. Even if you want to change the road, you can change the road however you want to do it. If you want to find a different clip art, that's fine. Okay, so that's the processing. Now let me go back and look and make sure I have everything. Okay, I have got symbols, I have got pictures and labels. Those are the most important. I'm going to even underline him because that's the good stuff right there. Okay, 2 events from each section of Reconstruction. And then I have several different examples right there. And as far as color goes, if you use this as colorful enough for me, I just need you to make sure that you understand that. Please let me be able to read this. I love Mensalva. This is the name of the font, but if you want to use any different name, any type of font, that's fine. Just make sure I can read it. It's big enough that I can read it. Okay. All right. I think that is it. Tomorrow, well, I'll go over tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, everybody.